She says the mild weather will continue to next week with frosts at night, very unlikely, but it won't necessarily be sunny with some cloud and drizzle forecast.
Damn it!
Oh, wasn't expecting that bit. This cloud of hot air, by the way, making its way over the Atlantic Ocean from Florida. And you know who is responsible.
You are going to love President Trump.
Well, it's been a good show so far, Donny. The east of this country broadly enjoying the best of the warmth, with Aberdeen, Wattisham and London all tipped as likely locations for the highest temperatures. Only 2 of those places are real. One other was completely made up.
Correct.
Wattisham. No such place. And the rise could make the UK among the hottest locations in Europe, which is a direct snub to the Ramonas. See? Not so bad. I'm amazed that the Mail didn't put that in. Saudi Arabia's capital Riyadh will be 13 centigrade on Monday, 3 degrees less than Britain. Ha-ha, charade you are. And it's all thanks to global warming, which, as I've mentioned several times, any fool know is a Chinese conspiracy to make Donald Trump use less hairspray.
Oh, shut up!
There's so many articles suggesting that the new leader of the free world is completely insane. It's hard to know which one to start with. Let's start with the Republicans, because they're freaking out too. I mean, okay, they're getting their little pet projects through about coal companies being able to pour pollution directly into rivers again in order to make more money, and oil companies being able to pour methane directly into the air in order to make more money. And the gun lobby agreeing in Congress to sell guns to the mentally unwell. What could possibly go wrong? To make more money, they're doing that. The nice Republicans. But even they are starting to freak out. A senior Republican advisor said there's something deeply wrong about President Donald Trump after watching his first solo press conference. And if you saw any of it, then you'll think, yeah, that's about right. Something deeply wrong with our president, and the country is in danger, wrote Gabriel Schoenfeld, the former advisor to Mitt Romney. You remember Mitt, don't you? Mitt had something to say about the Donald himself.
Donald Trump is a phony, a fraud. His promises are as worthless as a degree from Trump University.
That's right, Mitt. He was the former advisor to Mitt Romney, this Schoenfeld fellow, during the 2012 presidential campaign. And in an opinion piece for the New York Daily News, he said the danger will only be averted when the Republican leadership in Congress publicly acknowledges what they and the rest of the entire world know, that America's president is not wearing any clothes.
Disgusting.
Can you imagine it? Even Melania doesn't want to imagine that. The Republican advisor concluded that the president... I'm glad that a Republican is saying this out loud. The Republican advisor concluded that the President of the United States of America was delusional if he really believed his statements that his government was a fine-tuned machine or that his Muslim ban had enjoyed a perfect rollout. He does seem to be completely away with the fairies, doesn't he? And Mike Pence, by the way, we heard it in the news broadcast, Mike Pence going on and on, well, the President has made this clear and the President has made that clear. The President hasn't made anything clear. He changes his mind from the beginning of a sentence to the end of it. The President has made clear that he's totally away with the fairies. Just don't tell Mike Pence, because he'll try to stage an intervention. Do some conversion therapy. So this Schoenfeld fellow, he was remarking following that amazing press conference on Thursday in the White House. I've never seen anything like it. And he described the conference as an avalanche of boulders. It was a catastrophe conference. It couldn't have gone worse if Donald Trump had got shot. The president said that he had inherited a mess at home and abroad, but that no government had ever done so much in so little time. Well, he's got that right. He had that absolutely spot on. Yeah, nobody's ever seen anything like it. You're unique, Donald. And he incorrectly stated that he had won the biggest electoral college landslide since Ronald Reagan.
Liar!
And then called everybody else a liar. He just keeps going on and on and on, seeing millions of dead people. I see dead people. Said the senior Republican advisor, yet even if he is not suffering from outright delusions and is simply attempting to cover his obvious failures with glorious adjectives, his mind, as it was put on display today, clearly has its wires crossed. Oh. So, how so far is it going, being the leader of the free world, Donald?
Oh, fabulous.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. A very, very keen early caller in Lewisham. Hello, Hannah.
Oh, hi, hello. Yes, very keen. First of all, Nick, you have me in stitches with your maths.
There's nothing wrong with my maths, Hannah.
It is wonderful.
Yeah.
It is absolutely, you are terrific.
I am completely correct in every respect. I get an A. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I wanted to ask you before I put my point across.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Well, of course you do. The Vietnam War. You know, we knew about napalm, but what I wanted to ask you was another word for it, Agent Orange.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't around in Vietnam. I was only born in 1960, which makes me about, 40? Something like that.
You were around, mate.
I wasn't.
But listen...
I wasn't there. It had nothing to do with me. I never got in a boat and went a couple of clicks up the Dolong River. That was not me. I do not love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Actually, that's my new word for Trump description, Agent Orange. But my point was... it's not just the Republicans coming out saying he's balmy.
Yeah.
Even Fox News.
Oh, yes, the media wing of the Republican Party. The Fox News is even turning on him, yeah.
The Fox News came out, it's the only station bigging Trump up, quote-unquote, bigly.
Yeah.
Even
they can't stand it anymore. Yeah. It's amazing.
They've called him crazy. But where did
they did.
Where did he come up with apart from other stuff to do with nuclear uranium making stuff and
yeah, he said you know what uranium, right? It's like makes a nuclear and stuff. He's been well briefed, hasn't he?
No,
not really. No. And you know what? I prefer Arnold Schwarzenegger as the President of the United States. Who's with me? Show of hands.
Anyone but him. But listen, where did he come up with this word bigly? He uses it a lot, doesn't he?
He speaks like a child.
A juvenile.
No, it's worse than that. Not a juvenile, because that implies a certain level of maturity. A child,
or at least going towards it. Anyway.
Because a child thinks of everything in completely black and white terms. You're either the worst at something or you're the best at something. And he is the. I mean, to say to a reporter in the crowd, "I am the least racist person ever." I mean,
I know. It's just
a 5-year-old would say that.
I know. He's definitely got delusions of grandeur, and I don't know why psychologists aren't, the experts
they are
coming up and.
Well, I'll tell you why. There is a specific reason why, and it's.
Suing.
No. It's I can't remember what the president. There was a president of America who was actually. Out of his mind, and about 1,000 or so psychologists made that point in a letter to. I'm a bit flaky on my detail, but this is the it of it. And I think Congress said, well, you really shouldn't be saying that sort of thing. And so I think psychologists now, there is a rule that they uniquely are not allowed to voice an opinion about somebody in office. Now, if, as a professional gardener, you can take apart his, what the lawn of the White House looks like, or you can take apart his how low he ties his tie, or any of these kind of things. But psychologists are not allowed to say it. I think it's part of their thing with being a psychologist.
The Constitution.
Well, not quite, but yeah,
Constitution.
Something like that.
Yeah, I get you. That explains it, doesn't it?
But some of them, there's a good number of psychologists who are saying, "To hell with this, we're in trouble." So they've actually come out, and I've got detailed files which I will lay on you in just some moments' time.
And get on, and keep on with your maths.
All right. Okay, I will do.
Cheers.
Practice makes perfect. Thanks a lot, Hannah.